What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at a trade I took on GBP USD, and just to show you guys that this is a trade I actually took and not just me analyzing the market after the fact, here is my screenshot of me posting my trade when I entered, and then here's also me posting a screenshot of the trade once it finally completed a few days later. So let's go ahead and break this down. If we look on the hour time frame, you'll see that GBP USD was in a downtrend. We're producing lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then we're supposed to produce another lower high and a lower low, but instead we get a break of the previous lower high, which indicates that price now wants to change structure. But before we can confirm that that's actually happening, we need price to come back down and retest that break of structure, which we get right here. This is also the first place that you would probably start looking for an entry, but unfortunately I wasn't on the charts during this time when that happened, so I had to be patient and wait for price to see if it would come back into that area again to look for my entry, which I ended up doing over here. So if we go to the 5-minute, we can get a much more detailed view of the market to look for this entry, and we're simply just going to do the same thing all over again. We can see that GBP is in a downtrend. We know that price broke structure on the higher time frame, so we're looking for buy opportunities. So as soon as price breaks this downtrend on the lower time frame, we're going to go ahead and take our entry for a buy. So you can see that we're producing lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we're supposed to get another lower low after this lower high, but instead we see that price doesn't dip below the previous low. So again, we have another indication that our entry is starting to show itself. Then we get a break of structure with this impulse right here. So what do? We simply wait for the retest of that structure break. We can also see that depending on how you want to look at this, this could be a inverted head and shoulder or a triple bottom. So we have a lot of confirmations lining up with that structure break from the higher time frame as well as with our entry on the lower time frame. So once price hit this area and retested it and held, we see that we have a lot of rejection from this one candle right here. So I went ahead and took my entry when this candle closed. And if we go back to the 1 hour, we can see why I placed my stop and my take profit where they're at. So you can see this is the most relevant level from my entry where structure was holding or before it changed or last broke. We can see that there's a lot of consolidation and rejection in this area, so that's why I placed my take profit right there. And as far as my stop loss, I just put it at the low of structure where my entry was, because in my opinion, if price retests that area or goes back down there again, most likely price is just going to continue going down, and this was probably just a structure movement for an even higher time frame, something like the 4 hour. So I'd like to pull myself out of that trade as fast as possible so I can minimize my risk. So this overall was a super simple trade. If you guys have any questions over anything I talked about or shown in this video, make sure you guys drop a comment below and I'll be more than happy to help you out. With that being said, peace out.